Hello and welcome. We have arrived in Auburn, Washington, and we're gonna go visit Barry at KFG. Oh, there's Curtan. Who remembers Curtan from Worma? Oh, and there's Barry Wressell.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. I see you got a shock on the dyno.
Yeah, this is your shock. Lots of abuse.
Yeah, lots of rider training, a little bit of racing. What's that remind you of?
I don't know. Just doing a gas test. And it's going to analyze it after that.
This is like when you slow down and catch your breath. Hold on,
Yeah,
hold on.
Marcel, slow down.
Don't want to blow the dyno.
Adding 2 clicks, and then it's basically we're going through a sweep. We're testing all the clicks basically as far as you want to go out. It's about 20 clicks, and then we go to 18, 16, 14, and then you can.
Are you doing compression rebound together?
Yes.
And so you started at 18 or 20?
20 clicks.
Okay, so now we're at 18 and then 16 and...
You can see it says that's the next prompt.
Oh, okay, it guides you along.
You set these tests up, that you can run all the time.
So you can take your data before a race weekend and then you go race and you come back and you retest?
Well, it helps you figure it out while you're there. You can have your sheets with you. There's some coffee.
What do you think, Curtan?
I don't know, I think Barry's going to tell you need a revalve.
I think it's just going to need nothing. Hey, some new oil.
Blow it out.
So this is the TTX GP off of a BMW S1000. So this is the same machine, Barry, that discovered one of my nitrons. Remember, it wasn't working at all. We had pretty much no rebound and half compression damping.
Yeah, when we found a problem inside.
That's right. So it's good for finding the problems before you take you out on the track. Yeah. So for people who remember that Nitron shock, so I sent that back to Nitron in the UK, and they completely rebuilt the whole thing and sent me it back. The problem was the turnaround time, though, right? Break a shock, it's a big turnaround time. So that's the advantage of the Ohlins, is you can get another one like the next day.
Let's see here. That's got a.
So that's all the test right down to like 6, or?
And then basically, check that so you can kind of see looking on each file.
Oh, nice.
And that's your shock, all the range.
Very consistent between each stroke, or between each compression and rebound.
So that's the softest on rebound, and that's the stiffest, and so forth, soft, stiff. And then let me unclick a few of these.
So how would those curves look like on just a stock shock as far as...
This is like with 2 clicks out, but you can see this is the start of the compression stroke, and that's the shim opening. And then it comes up underneath here, and as it's slowing down in the compression stroke, it's coming back around, and the shim's closed, so you actually gain a little compression in the return stroke. And then this is the start of the rebound stroke. And you can go up here, you can click on just seeing the shim's opening. Shim's closing. And then it says together. If you want to do a fancy one like that. And then you can see the quadrant.
Oh yeah, so you can really
1,
break
2,
it down and
3,
analyze.
4. And then you can go over here to your report, and then you can click on, and it basically tells you all your testing there. But I do need to change one thing. I gotta change the shaft size. Now I gotta get my calipers. Should be 55. This will tell us your gas pressure. Yep, 55.
So this Ohlins shock is looking right on par with all the other Ohlins you've put on here? In terms of everything's pretty even and straight. And
Well, I could put up Ryan Sutton's on here, but you know he probably wouldn't like that. You know, comparing it. So.
Yeah, he doesn't want to compare shaft sizes.
But probably got his in there somewhere.
Yeah, very cool technology. It's so nice to have this now that you got this. All these years we're just guessing. Yeah, very useful machine.
There it is. There's the 2. It might not be the same setting. I might have not clicked on the right file, but this is a little different setting. This is 12 and 12.
So which one's what on here?
Mine is blue.
And purple.
Now they're a little different because he has an older TTX GP and you have a newer one.
Okay, so how break down the difference? What's the left scale exactly?
Well, this is yours. This is Ryan's. So you have a more low speed compression than on the newer shock, and then the older one has less. But they end up meeting the same. Make sense?
Yeah. Velocity is that inches per second?
Yeah.
At the bottom scale?
Yep. 10 inches per second. And that's yours. And that's 20 clicks out. That's 0.
Yeah, very consistent.
So you can kind of, and Ohlins has interactive software that has a lot of these files on. So
For just the general, for all their stuff. So you can compare.
It's for Ohlins service centers. They have that access where we can go in and play with clicks in the setting banks. But this is nice to have because it's actually your shock and what it's actually doing. So you can actually find things if maybe your oil's really dirty, like on this one it probably is.
Yeah, with whatever, like 20 hours on it or so.
26, you said.
What did I say? 26? 1,500, little over 1,500 minutes. Right down to the minute, guys.
Yep.
Gotta know your stuff.
Now we're gonna take it apart.
All right. Well, that'll be the next video then. Anyways, guys, this is Barry Wressell KFG in Auburn, Washington, and Curtan with the Gixxer 750, possibly new BMW racer as well, maybe future.
We just gotta go out here and do some little shopping.
Yeah, a little shopping. We got a few minutes left on the video. Yeah, I like the dirt bike here. All right. And there's April up there running the counter. Okay. Anyways, guys, my name is Marcel Irnie, and let's take the shock apart now. I'll try to film that for you guys next. Thanks for watching.